version, software version 7.0. Looking at life through the eyes of a tire hub. Eating seeds is a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city. No! What do you own the world? How do you own disorder? No! Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Disorder. Fires, loud neighbors, flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a truck. Eating seeds as a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city. No! What do you own the world? How do you own disorder? No! Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Disorder. Self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. Wake up! Grab brush and put a little makeup. I just got to fade away. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? Create another fable. You wanted to. Grab a brush and put a little makeup. You wanted to. I discussed the fade away, the shake up. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? You wanted to. Well, I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. In my self-righteous suicide, I cry when angels deserve to die. deserve to die.
She's sticking needles in her skin. I turn with an ugly grin. Her canvas doesn't leave a lot to fantasy, but her peace of mind can't stay inside the lines. It's so confidence in your name. Dead fingers in my veins. Dead memories in my heart. Dead memories in my heart. Dead memories in my heart. Dead memories in my She's sticking needles in her skin. I turn with another grin. Her canvas doesn't leave a lot to fantasy, but her peace of mind can't stay inside the lines. It's so confusing, the methods that she's using. She knows she shouldn't leave a mark that I can see. Will she ever find 1,000,000 of a kind that's cold and lonely? But that's because she told me, lost inside her dirty world, no one hurts this pretty girl but her. Oh, she's beautiful. it's not worth dying for? Does it take your breath away and you feel yourself suffocating? Does the pain weigh out the pride and you look for a place to hide? Did someone break your heart inside? You're in ruins. 121 guns, lay down your arms, give up the fight. 121 guns, throw up your arms into the sky. You and I. When you're at the end of the road and you lost all sense of control and your thoughts have taken their toll, when your mind breaks the spirit of your soul, your faith walks on broken glass and the hangover doesn't pass. Nothing's ever built to last. You're in ruins. 121 guns, lay down your arms, give up the fight. 121 guns, throw up your arms into the sky. You and I. Did you try to live on your own when you burned down the house at home? Did you stand too close to the fire like a liar looking for forgiveness from the storm? When it's time to live and let die, and you can't get another try, something inside this heart has died. You're in ruins. 121 guns, lay down your arms, give up the fight. 121 guns, throw up your arms into the sky. 121 guns, lay down your arms, give up the
know. Looking at life through the eyes of a tire hub. Eating seeds is a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city, No! What do you own the world? How do you own disorder? No! Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Disorder. More wood for their fires, loud neighbors. Flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a truck. Eating seeds as a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city, No! What do you own the world? How do you own the soul?